What's up, everybody? Ben Reza here for Chopper. Good morning. Happy November. November 1st, Friday. In the sports world, we got all sorts of things to get to. Talk about college football, the NBA. Baseball's over, but NHL is rolling on. NFL, it's the Breeders' Cup for you horse. I got a couple ponies in the background. All sorts of good things to bet on today. We're going to take a look at the board. We're going to put a single bet on the board. To get things started, I want to welcome you to the channel, though. All things betting, from picks to tools to breakdowns. If you like this type of content, you enjoy the people, you enjoy the content, stay. Press subscribe. Hit the like button. It really does help us out. Yesterday, Jets game, the Jets covered. Very good. Joe Mixon was a ghost in the passing game. Very bad. All in all, I got out of the game relatively unscathed, thanks to Devontae Adams' anytime touchdown late and the Jets covering. But let's see if we can take those good parts and move it forward here. And again, that is where it comes into. If you've been looking for a home, even if it's just for this weekend, I hope that you consider hopping in tails and specifically into my Discord, what I've got going on here. It's a fun community. As I say all the time, it's not just about the picks. It's about learning, getting answers, sweating the games out, celebrating together, wins, losses, everything in between. If that sounds like your kind of place, come check it out for the week. Again, I wanted to make it very inclusive for everybody, not just one type of bettor. The link is below. It's always there for you. And again, picks come right in. It's not just one type of sport. We're going to be doing all sorts of things in there. I just bring the Discord in right now. You see the channels, NBA, soccer, obscure sports. Yep, Breeders' Cup today. I just mentioned that. But let's get to a pick for this video. We're going to college football, and we're going specifically to a greasy game tonight. That would be Georgia State and UConn, and we're going to a total. Yikes. Let's see. Let me refresh this real quick. I'll show you the pick right in the app. Here we go. It's going to be a scene, man. Over 47.5 at minus 112. It came down a little bit. And there's a lot of unknowns. I'll admit that. I was originally leaning UConn. That spread is moving and climbing. It's up to 9 already. Both these teams are average at best, but Georgia State's really struggling. They've been on a losing streak. They've made a switch at quarterback to Gibson, and I hope they stick with that. Now, I couldn't find all the information because it's Georgia State, but he has looked better, or their offense, I should say, has looked better in recent weeks when he's under center. And obviously, with an over, we need all the help we can get from Georgia State. I think with him at command, and really whoever's under center, they'll be fine. Middling pace, they throw the ball. We'll see what they can do, but it's more about UConn to me. UConn's actually quietly pretty solid. Now, they've had a string of home games, but this is another home game. What I like about them is they do have an efficient quarterback, but they have a decisive advantage in this backfield. They should absolutely decimate a Georgia State team that's allowing well over 5 yards per carry, outside the top 100 in opponent rushing yards per attempt. And UConn plays faster than I actually imagined. They're in the top half of pace as well. So it's not a pace issue. It's not crazy good offenses, but against these defenses, particularly Georgia State's, I feel pretty good about this position. I look to UConn to say, okay, you can get me 35 points on your own. We can do the rest on the other side, because Georgia State has just really been rough. But with Gibson under center, I mean, you're talking about 33-26 against App State, 35-20 against Marshall. Those are the type of scores that we can live with. Now, the theme there is they're giving up over 30 points per game in a lot of these games. That's what we're going to want here. Obviously, the weird data point for Georgia State, they beat Vanderbilt. That's just a bizarre outcome. It's not relevant here. What is relevant, again, is that UConn has advantages offensively. Georgia State will do enough. We could push over 47.5. There's just one play on the board. But if you do have any questions, you see it right there, Jazz Raz Bets. That is where you can find me on Twitter. And, of course, you can find me in Discord, hanging out, answering questions, just chilling with everybody. Like I said, it's not just one person in there. It's a group, a really fun group. And just makes every day that much better when you're betting these games, taking crazy beats, celebrating crazy wins, crazy finishes, and all that. Last thing for me before I bounce on out of here, always make sure, again, so many offers going around. 5 into 200 is one of them, courtesy of Bet365. That link is below as well. If you happen to be in a Bet365 state, again, take a couple minutes. You do have to be 21 plus 18 in Kentucky, but if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's an opportunity. $200 in the bankroll never hurts, no matter what situation you are in. Have a great Friday. Let's start November off with a win. And for that, points in Georgia State and UConn. For me, for these teams, and for all of you guys, have a great Friday. Enjoy. I'll see you tomorrow for the weekend.